They're here.
It is only one man.
No, they're here.
Yo, what's going on today, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day or evening, depending on where you're listening from. Man, today I'm just gonna do a quick stream about Trump being a pedophile's best friend. So we got a lot to get into it. But let me start with the videos that I got to share with you today. First is this. Let's look at it and then see what it has to say.
Is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats. Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats because we've had the most successful 6 months in the history of our country, and that's just a way of trying to divert attention to something that's total bullshit. Okay? Look,
As you can see, Trump said it's bullshit. It's just a hoax made by the Democrats. So now, who was the dude next to him who was giggling? Well, as you can tell, his name is Howard Lutnick. He was actually Jeffrey Epstein's longtime neighbor. Like, if you go back, see, a 2019 investigation. I don't know if you can see it from the screen. Let me check if there's a better screen to show. There isn't actually, but I apologize. But I'll leave the link to anybody who wants to see it. I'll leave the link in the chat. Here you go. It says a 2019 investigation found that Epstein, in addition to his infamous townhouse at 9 East 71st Street in Manhattan, had significant links to the adjacent property, which real estate records show still owned by Lutnick. He was his neighbor. What do you know? So this dude has been his neighbor, now standing near Trump when he's giggling about this whole thing being a hoax. So let's rewatch it just so you remember.
Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats because we've had the most successful 6 months in the history of our country, and that's just a way of trying to divert attention to something that's total bullshit. Okay? Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's
Look at this dude giggling his heart contents out. Man, he hasn't been this happy since he's been neighbor with Jeffrey Epstein. But anyway, he said it's a hoax, guys. It was a hoax. It's not like we had Pam Bundy or whatever Pam Bondi or whatever her name that bitch is. Listen to what she has to say herself.
Set on the Biden administration set on these documents. No one did anything with them. And why were they sitting in the Southern District of New York? I want a full report on that. You know, sadly, these people don't believe in transparency, but I think more, unfortunately, I think a lot of them don't believe in honesty. And it's a new day. It's a new administration. And everything's going to come out to the public. The public has a right to know. Americans have a right to know.
It's a new day, it's a new life. As she said, everything will come out. But no, guess what? The Biden administration was right. He just killed himself. And there's no client list. There's nothing to worry about. It's just a hoax. The Democrats sat on it, and then they made it up, and then they did whatever just to obfuscate from Trump's mega success, guys. You just gotta believe Trump. Because he always wants to fight the pedophiles and the sex traffickers and all that. Of course, he wouldn't want to gut their offices from funding and all that. Oh, wait, he actually did. Trump administration pulls back on work combating human trafficking, along a top GOP priority. See? He gutted those type of offices. And this is not the only article. There you go. Trump administration guts office to combat human trafficking. So not only he came out saying it's just a hoax, the Democrats are making this up, it's bullshit and all of that. Now he's gutting the offices that's supposedly fighting these type of things. And then when you ask him about Ghislaine Maxwell, oh, he just wishes her well.
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well, whatever it is. I don't know the situation with Prince Andrew. Just don't know.
He just wishes her well, man. She's a good woman. She's just been a victim. She's been misunderstood. All that sex trafficking and getting young girls for Epstein to blackmail the top leaders of the Western world for Israel, it's just a misunderstanding, guys. Because instead of focusing on that, he's focusing on other things. There you go. He's relieving the student debts for ICE agents, and now he's giving them $50,000 hiring bonus to ICE agents. So not only they're like mass deporting people, it doesn't matter if you're innocent or if you're even a U.S. citizen. You're brown, you're out of here. You're illegal by definition. So now you're getting $50,000 hiring bonus and your student loan debt forgiven. It's the new military. Hey, did you know that ICE now gets more funding than the Russian army budget for a whole year? ICE gets more funding for their budget than the whole Russian army. Talk about getting your priorities right. And they said that Medicare for all or universal health care only costs $60 billion a year. But you got ghouls like that giving them like hundreds of billions of dollars to an agency like ICE. Anyhow, anywho, of course, because we've seen this coming, you got ICE agents, people posing as ICE agents to do things like this. Take a listen.
Men are posing as ICE officers to assault and rape Latinas. Here's what we know. In Brooklyn, a man told a 51-year-old Latina woman he was an ICE agent. He led her to a stairwell, tried to rape her, beat her, and stole her phone and purse. In North Carolina, a man pretended to be an ICE agent and threatened to deport a woman if she didn't have sex with him. Please stay safe. Try to travel in groups when you can and carry legal self-defense tools like pepper spray, bear mace, or a personal alarm. But always check your state's laws to make sure what you're legally allowed to carry, since this varies by state. However, beware. Using force against a real officer, even in self-defense, can carry serious legal consequences. This is exactly why clear identification matters.
See what's going on? It's gonna be a whole chaos, and I'm here for it. I just hope Trump accelerates the downfall of America, because that's exactly what I want, and that's exactly what I wanted him to win. I just want that dude to be the downfall of the American empire, because fuck him. Fuck America, fuck Israel, fuck the Democrats, fuck the Republicans, and fuck whoever still believes in that shit. And to go back to the theme that he's actually the pedophile's best friend, let me show you this screen. Former NFL linebacker tapped by Trump for new sports counsel is a registered sex offender. So now you got Trump saying this whole Epstein shtick is a hoax, saying Ghislaine Maxwell, hoping she does well, hope that she does well, gutting the offices that combat sex trafficking. Now he is hiring actual sex offenders. This is your president. This is your protector of children. All I heard for years that, oh my God, Trump is here to protect the children from the pedophile Democrats. What do you got to say now? This dude had sex with a 16-year-old. And he is a literal registered sex offender. Now everybody just sweeps that under the rug. talk about Trump is whatever doing. But now let's go back to what's actually happening in America, because it's apparently these dudes don't know what their priorities are. You got these floods in Milwaukee. Let's watch.
We're standing at the Monami River, and I want to give you a sense of what we're seeing on the ground here. Take a look at these river rapids and just how quickly they are moving downstream. The river swelling so much that it's even consumed part of the riverbank. Now, this is from a weather system that blew through this area on Saturday. Just one example of how people are still dealing with the ripple effects of those storms and Milwaukee's second wettest day on record.
Those are cars completely underwater.
Drone video shows cars still submerged Sunday outside American Family Field after as much as 14 inches of rain fell late Saturday. Brian Baxter rushed home after his daughters called in the middle of the night, but he was unable to reach them.
I was shocked by what I saw.
When I first saw it, the water was coming up towards the garage, so I called my dad, and I was a little bit nervous since they weren't home.
Sunday morning, the Baxter sisters were rescued by boat and reunited with their father. In Franklin, a teen caught in rising water on the Root River was rescued by the local fire department. That river set a new record height Sunday, reaching 11.7 feet. And dozens of water rescues were reported around southeastern Wisconsin, 65 of them in Milwaukee.
This flooding event, it's very significant. It's something that Milwaukee hasn't seen in perhaps a decade or more.
The floodwaters seeped into homes, in some cases rising into people's living rooms. The extreme weather also caused the Wisconsin State Fair, which dates back to 1851, to cancel its last day. The same system brought destructive winds to eastern Nebraska. One woman was killed after a tree landed on her car. In Lincoln, wind gusts up to 80 miles an hour tore off part of the roof of the Nebraska State Penitentiary, forcing hundreds of inmates to be relocated.
And here in Milwaukee County, the National Weather Service says that the rivers and creeks, like the one behind me, could continue to swell and spill over until Wednesday.
So there you go. You got American cities in natural disasters befalling them. But don't worry, Trump is here for the rescue. He's going to order FEMA to give you the disaster relief. But oh wait, there's a caveat to it. Because if you want that disaster relief, right, you need to do something before you get it. And you know what that is? You need to pledge allegiance to Israel. So if you live in a state, let me put it on a better screen. Hold on. So if you live in a state, the Federal Emergency Management Agency stated in grant notices, the state must follow its terms and conditions. Those conditions require that they certify they will not sever commercial relations, specifically with Israeli companies, to qualify for funding. So if you are a state which has some businesses or companies, or the state itself don't deal with Israeli companies or has severed its relations with them, you don't get qualified for these grants. So it doesn't matter that your state is flooded. It doesn't matter that your state is burning. It doesn't matter that you've been in a hurricane. If you don't pledge allegiance to Israel and do business with them, you don't get any funding. And that's not all. Guess what Trump did and give Israel right now? There you go. Listen to this.
You're an American citizen with a phone. Israel has all of your data thanks to Trump's new bill. Trump is using Palantir, an Israeli AI database, to collect information on U.S. citizens on their cell phone. And the man in charge of Palantir, an Israeli citizen who is best friends with Israel's president. Here they two are right here. Now Palantir, who has ties with the Israeli government, now has full control over your phone. They're giving this information over to the U.S. government and probably Israel. And if you're wondering, yes, this is in effect. Make sure to follow me to know the truth and comment what you're gonna do. If you're an American citizen with a phone, Israel has all of your data thanks to Trump's new bill.
So there you go. This company now has all your data, all your credit card data, all your healthcare data, every single thing, or your call data. Everything is in the hands of this Israeli company. So now they got you by the balls. They got you by the nuts. They got you by the short hairs, by the tainted skin. They got you by everything. Now, this company has all your data because they got the sweetest, most juiciest type of blackmail tapes on Trump through Epstein, through Ghislaine Maxwell, who then they gave to Israeli Mossad, and now they got Trump as a puppet. Israel now controls the American government. Oh, they have been controlling it for the longest time, but now they got them by the balls. Trump is just doing whatever Israel, whatever Daddy Netanyahu is telling him to do. And you know why that's happening? Because I heard a little rumor about Trump, why he does this. And I'm gonna let you in on that secret why he is doing that. You know why?
Cause I heard that nigga was a kid diddler. Yeah, I heard that nigga was a pedophile.
Because Trump is a pedophile. Short and simple. Short and sweet. That's why. So, I gave you what I had to tell you this stream. I thank everybody who checked in. Thanks for everybody who wanted to join or wanted to input into this discussion. You can do that by typing a comment, liking the video, subscribe for more streams in the near future to give you what others aren't daring to touch upon because they're worried about their money, their monetary values, and what's not. So, thanks for checking in into this stream. I bid you all a good farewell. Goodbye.
They're here.
It is only one man.
No, they're here.